Up right now at 10 o'clock on this Wednesday night, our coverage of the historic flooding that hit parts of the state on Sunday. The rushing floodwaters carried belongings away, but they also left hazardous debris scattered all throughout the region. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight for Eyewitness News here at 10 on the Wax. I'm Mark Zinni. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Amanda Callahan has a closer look at what you should do if you encounter something that doesn't belong there. Amanda?
Well, Mark, it is just quite a mess here along the Stevenson Dam in Lake Zor. You can see behind me these branches and sticks, but it's not just that. There's also boats, there's jet skis, there's cars, even a small shed washing up here. And this is a similar scene to what we're seeing all across the rivers in the valley. Now, I spoke with Connecticut Deep tonight, and they're working as quickly as possible to get this cleaned up. But they're also saying that you should stay away because there are some areas that are unsafe.
Everything, jet skis, boats, houses, they all floated down the lake. It was like Armageddon.
Lake Zor in Monroe was just one body of water filled with objects that don't belong. That's thanks to Sunday night's devastating flood. From trees to propane tanks, even a number of cars washing up. Connecticut Deep is working around the clock to clean up the mess, some of it posing a safety risk.
We're really talking about, petroleum, gasoline, chemicals like that, which we know, are a threat to the environment and can, in certain quantities pose threats to public health.
Deputy Commissioner Emma Simino says the areas of most concern for those hazardous materials are the Naugatuck, Housatonic, and Little Rivers. So far, they've pulled out 30 propane tanks this week, but the cleanup is extensive and could take months.
Anyone looking to navigate those waters should be incredibly cautious and maybe steer clear for the next week or so while we make sure everything is safe.
The boat launch at Lake Zor was busy tonight with people assessing the damage and getting a head start on the cleanup, including Tim Kirby, who lives right on the lake. He witnessed just how strong the water was during the storm.
My wife and I were sitting in the back of our porch of our house, and we watched this group of docks and the boats associated with just drift down.
And behind the boat launch, right next to where the road completely washed out, sits the infamous Lake Zor Drive-In. Owner Michael Basso is patiently awaiting the go-ahead from the health department to reopen because of all the hazardous waste around the area.
For safety concerns, we had to have our water tested, and we'll get our results tomorrow, hopefully.
But the restaurant, built back in 1920, is still standing strong.
We're lucky. We were very lucky. We had, what I'd like to say, there's angels watching over us. Now, Connecticut Deep and First Light, the company that operates the dam, will be out here tomorrow. They're going to bring their drones and look for hazardous materials in the water and also work to dig out as much of that debris as they can. Meanwhile, Basso tells me he has his fingers crossed that he will be able to reopen on Saturday. Live in Monroe, Amanda Callahan, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much.